microphone now.
And
Whoa.
please turn it off.
Oh.
Now,
So I'm going to organize 100 Ngannus and they're going to strategize.
dude, hang on.
Nah, wait,
Let me
scroll
cook.
a tiny bit more.
Let me cook.
I need to see.
Let me cook.
All right, cook for a sec.
Oh my fucking God. Give this guy a microphone and he just keeps going, doesn't he? We're going to take it off him.
I was going to
Straight.
say
These
that.
are horrible. Usyk versus Dubois.
I don't know what language that was.
It is English.
Wait.
You're just illiterate in
The
boxing.
furniture's floating.
What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Aussie MMA Mates podcast. I'm Jaden. Next to me is Bryden.
Yo.
And on the decks with a little technical upgrade is Luke.
I have a microphone now.
And
Whoa.
please turn it off.
Oh.
Now, I can't start today's pod. I cannot. I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
For you guys who don't know and haven't seen the first episode, I'm the older of the the podcast. Brighton is the baby, and he has been nagging me like a 3-year-old child to talk about 100 men versus a gorilla.
Yeah.
It's necessary information.
Let's get
yes.
technical.
It's the biggest trend at the moment.
What gorilla are we versing?
Silverback.
Okay.
Some like.
You can talk with Luke about this. I ain't even entertained.
Well-
what do we talk? Wait, what do you actually think 100 men win?
Yes.
How?
And hear me out.
I need
So-
game plan.
100 average men, they don't stand a chance.
Oh, so you're hiring 1/3 of Sparta
Yeah.
from the movie 300
Yeah. I'm saying.
because you know they don't have weapons.
Yeah. They
bare
don't have
hands.
weapons. Neither does the gorilla. Like, yeah, he's got his sharp claws and his crazy pressure
Wait,
bite force.
They have claws.
Don't they?
They have hands like us.
Oh yeah, they do. I meant nails.
No, they trim. They cut their nails.
Nah, I'm talking about one from the wild. I don't want a pedicured gorilla. Like, I want like a authentic one. So I'm gonna organize 100 Ngannus, and they're gonna strategize. They're gonna come up with a plan. Like, don't get me wrong. The first 25 Ngannus,
Yep.
they get killed.
Cool.
But you're telling me 75 Ngannus is and think about it, the silverback's gonna get tired, bro.
Oh.
He's gonna run out of breath.
Oh.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Nah.
Against 100 average men,
Yep.
he would just like do a helicopter motion and just spin and do, strike 100 pins down. But 100 Ngannus, they'll swarm him. They'll strategize. They're not silly.
Right. I ain't entertaining it. Not even close.
Well,
Not even close.
You can just say I'm right then.
No, you are not. This silverback will literally just grab one, pop, and just work his way through.
Bro, but as he's grabbing and popping,
Yep.
there's going to be 99 other Ngannus.
Bro, have
swarming
you
him.
not seen Tarzan?
I haven't.
Bro, he takes on like wild lions and stuff and comes out A-okay.
Exactly.
Man, what are you on?
That's proving my point.
No.
Tarzan's a man.
Not Tarzan, the gorilla, bro.
Is he? I thought Tarzan was the man. Tarzan's the man with the long hair, no?
I can't.
Luke, back me up.
Who wins? Luke, you're the final. I say fuck no. He says fuck yeah. What's your answer?
My favorite part of all this
No.
is Jaden sitting here being like, I'm not going to get involved.
And
then
want
like
this
2
to
seconds later, he's
I
like,
want to
what are you
talk
talking about?
fighting, not fighting.
This is fighting. It's
Wait, actually, you know what? I'm gonna destroy this. I'm Team Gorilla. I'm Coach Gorilla.
yeah.
Your coach.
In 100
men.
Ngannus.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna get King Kong. Now.
So we got
What? No. Fuck you. You want to pick Ngannou? I'll pick my
And
gorilla.
Ngannou's a real man.
Yeah,
King Kong doesn't
is too.
exist.
No, it
Okay,
King
does.
Kong doesn't
so-
exist. Luke.
What's the coaching plan?
For me.
Is it you just in the like? So we got Brighton being like, all right, like get the triangle, get the armbar, and then we got Jaden in the corner going. Is that the plan? Like, how are you going to communicate to this gorilla?
So it is Sunday at 7:30. I ain't entertaining it anymore, dude. It's so dumb. I kind of hate trends now because the trend in boxing is Jake Paul. The trend on the internet is 100 men versus a fucking gorilla.
Yeah, it's a great debate though. In 100 Ngannou's destroys a silverback because a silverback weighs like 400 pounds.
Cool.
One Ngannou is like almost 300.
You know what? I'm gonna let
Chat.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT
I like John
because
Daniel.
that is
But say 100 Ngannou's. Don't say 100 men because it's gonna give us 100 Lukes.
100 Francis.
We don't want 100 Lukes. Maybe his ankles would be a bit in danger, but
Give me a sec.
It's not even that much bigger than Ngannou. Think about it. It's only. Oh, so search him up. Then that might sway you.
Now, is picking
Once
Ngannou...
hang on. Once ChatGPT. Why is it giving the PSI?
It goes.
Oh wow! It says that Ngannou would almost certainly win. See, this is where he doesn't even think for himself anymore. He just lets ChatGPT talk.
Genuinely, if ChatGPT said the silverback would have won, then I would have shut up. I'd be like, all right.
That proves Jaden's point. You don't have a brain of your own.
I just sprinkled reality into your brain too.
Bad augment.
Oh god! All right, we have spent 6 minutes on this. Can we please move on?
We need another 6. So
you said 2 before we started. You said 2 minutes before we started.
Oh god!
All right. Because chat said I'm right, we can move on.
All right. Well done.
In chat, we trust.
Well done. You pre-searched something and then...
I didn't search it.
You pre-searched something and then brought it to the pod. I'm so happy for you.
I wish,
Nah. All right. Well, it is Sunday, 7:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We are now going to start filming in the afternoon on Sunday so we can give immediate reactions to the UFC. Did you watch today's UFC? Corey Sandhagen versus Davison Figueiredo.
Yes. I wrote some notes. I'm going to pull out my notes.
Let's start with the main event because I watched it.
I've got something interesting to say about this main event.
Talk to me.
All right. You say what you thought of it.
I didn't realize that Davison Figueiredo did his fight camp at John Danaher's.
Really? I mean, he was going for a lot of...
That's what I'm saying. He definitely didn't, but all he wanted was a heel hook.
See how I believed it, bro?
I know. Yeah. I don't understand.
I know he's got good jits, but like...
I don't know what he was thinking. And the worst part is like, how do you play a leg lock position and then get your own knee snapped?
Bad, bro.
Like, he just left his foot in such an idiot spot.
What was the leg configuration? What were they doing?
Everything.
Single leg X with knee reap.
That's it.
Yeah. And the guy doing single leg X had his knee snapped. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? I'm going to be so honest. I fell asleep during this fight.
What?
Sitting up as well. I was sitting up in a chair and it put me to sleep.
Really? I found it fascinating because I was like, there's leg locks happening.
What round did it finish?
Second.
Yeah. So by the end of the first, I was like dozing off and then I seen them go to the corner and then I was out and I wake up to Figgy's knee snapping.
Yep. So... I have 2 things, and I actually stuffed up and didn't bring up the rankings. Well, if you could bring up the rankings, please, Luke.
That's a cardinal sin.
I hate Figueiredo at 135. I hate it.
No good?
I think he is top 3 at flyweight, and I don't think he has any business in the top 7 in bantamweight.
Did you know he has a win over Pantoja?
No.
I found that.
Is that his last... Was that Pantoja's last loss?
I think so.
So, I know it's hard for him to make the weight. I get it. It's a big cut. He walks around big. I'll be honest. Get the fight dietitian on your team and just do it right and stop blowing up so much in between fights.
How was that photo? It wasn't a week out.
No.
I'm pretty sure that
but
was
look
debunked.
How big he gets. It shows that he blows up and then goes back down and then blows up. Like
how much like pounds do you reckon he got to? Let's say
in that photo.
160, 165.
Nah, probably not. Probably 150. Dude, you got to think, he used to make 125. Like, you're not going to put on that much muscle doing a cardio sport.
It didn't really look like muscle though. Did it look like muscle?
No, but I'm saying, so like his walk around weight wouldn't change too much. And I can't imagine him walking around at 160 to go to 125. I reckon he walks around 150, and in that photo he was like 153 fresh off kebab night.
150 in kilos is about 70, no?
No.
Do you know, Luke?
Yeah, it's
155.
68.
168 is
Oh,
70.
no. What did we say? 150
155
is 155 is 70.
is 70.
Yeah.
I reckon he's about 68 kilos.
Yeah, so 160
150.
160 would be like 70
72, 3?
72. You don't reckon he walks 72, 73?
Because what's 125?
57.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he's not.
56.6.
He's not making that. Nah, I don't
Yeah.
reckon. I reckon he's walking because O'Malley walks around 160,
Yeah, 160. That makes sense.
and
though.
O'Malley's 7'3" for that
but
division.
He's way skinnier.
I know.
But no.
I don't think. Look,
Do you-
160 is not out of the things, but if he's training, no way.
All right, let me put
Because
it.
he's not going to put the muscle. And I know he looked fat, but you're not going to change your walk around weight that drastically.
Let me put it into perspective. Do you reckon he walks around heavier than me? Because I'm 72.
No,
You
he's
don't
5'5".
So am I.
You are not 5'5".
Nah, I'm not.
I don't know. I reckon he walks around a little less.
6'4", ladies. Anyways.
I just don't like. He doesn't beat Song Yudong. He doesn't beat Cheeto. We know he doesn't beat
He beat
Sandhagen.
Cheeto already.
Hey,
He
not
beat
not
Cheeto.
now. Not what we saw today. Not with that kind of game plan. He doesn't beat Umar. He doesn't beat Yarn, as we know. He doesn't beat O'Malley. He doesn't beat Marab. And if he beats Cheeto, cool. He's number 7. Like,
So what do you do with him? Just ship him off to the PFL?
back to 125.
PFL?
Dude, if he goes to 125, him versus Carpe, sign me the fuck up.
Yeah, that would be a great fight, actually.
Sign me the fuck up. Him versus Carpe right now.
Can you imagine your team having a discussion with you? Like, "Oh, maybe you should go back down.
Good try. Back down.
Back down.
I seriously think he should.
Do you think he's a Hall of Famer? I think so. I think if you're champ, automatically you become a Hall of Famer.
Nah.
What?
Only because the sport's so young.
Really?
Yeah, because we don't celebrate like the 19... Like, name the whole Lakers team when Wilt Chamberlain was playing, besides Wilt.
That's different, though.
I disagree.
To
They're
be-
the champ.
To be a champion,
They're the
Nah.
champ.
but there's 5 champs.
There's like
Oh, no, there's
45, but
Yeah,
yeah.
there's like 10.
There's like, yeah.
In
But
the
you know what I
actual
mean?
squad.
Like, I don't think every champ, because like, I'm going to sound like a hater, and the only reason Carla Esparza would ever be celebrated, it's not for beating Rose by the worst fight of all time. It's because she's the first only
champ.
in the female division.
Yeah.
She won.
I
no,
would
but
say-
I wouldn't think like,
If you become a UFC champ, you deserve to be in the UFC Hall of Fame.
I disagree.
Really?
Nah, because I reckon you can get to the title. Like, okay, if Paddy wins it
Mm-hmm.
and then goes on a massive skid, no way does he deserve
Do you
it.
think Ferguson deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
I feel like
You wanna
no,
say
because I feel
yes?
like he lost his way out. He should, because he had one of the greatest win streaks of all time.
But he was never the champ.
He was the interim.
It's not the champ, though.
Oh, then Aspinall's not a champ.
Oh, that was great. That was good. That was good.
Got him.
Got him.
You got me.
So no, for Ferguson's win streak, yes, but for the title, no.
I reckon put him in. Because, like, when you think of Tony Ferguson, you think of the UFC.
Yeah, because that's where he fought.
Yeah, so he should be Hall of Fame.
When I think of
What?
yeah, when I think of Mario Batista, I think of the UFC. Does
Well-
that mean he should be on the Hall of Fame?
When I think of Paige Van Zandt, I don't think of the UFC.
I can only imagine why.
No, I'm joking.
But no, yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, each to their own. Me personally, I don't think a title gets you there. Like, I honestly don't think Eddie Alvarez is there.
Really?
Nah,
I think him getting pumped by McGregor deserves to put him in the Hall of Fame.
nah.
He's got a name.
Yeah, cool. So do I. Just not in the UFC.
Not in the UFC.
I
so
have a name.
I'd put you in like the...
The tried but failed category.
You're in the Savage Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
Grappling Industries Hall of
Uh,
Fame.
I was
Biggest
going to
lo-
say, Brighton, are you in the Savage Hall of Fame?
Oath, bro. Am I?
Am I?
I'm pound for pound. What do you mean?
God,
Um,
that's wild. But
Wait.
no, so
so that's what you thought of the main?
yeah, Sandhagen versus
Oh, Sandhagen title shot.
line the fuck up.
What? Who
He's
else?
not gonna fight for a year.
Who else deserves it over him?
Rematch against Umar. Oh no, Umar's booked against Yarn.
Yeah. So
Nah, because then that catapults above that.
Yeah, true.
So go back to the rankings. Because beating Figgy isn't a title shot.
And to be honest, look how he won. He didn't win in like a great way. He won in a injury.
A hip dislocation.
Old man type injury.
I reckon the
man.
loser of Peter Uma versus him, and then the winner of that is the next title shot. So it goes O'Malley versus Marab, and then the winner of Jan Umar versus that, and then the winner of Corey versus the loser of that versus for the next. And there's your next 3 title shots at bantamweight.
You'll know why I disagree. Because you watched the fight, you heard the glaze that they gave him. This man has been in title contentions for 30 years now.
I know.
Yeah, so it's like...
He deserves it. He does. But it's just there's just more. There's more in it. He's in a... That's what the problem with the stacked division is.
I think they'll give it to him. I truly
Not
believe...
over the winner of Jan and Umar.
But Jan just fought and lost.
Yeah, but he's versus
Not
Umar.
Jan. Umar. Umar just fought and lost.
I know, but now it's going to be...
They'll do Jan dirty.
Yeah,
For
they
sure.
will. They'll either make him lose by split decision again.
Yeah.
I don't know. But nah, I don't know. I hope he gets what he deserves, and I hope he gets paid fucking gajillions. He's
Corey?
he's such a good fighter.
Mm.
Such a good fighter.
Co-main. The real main.
God.
The people's
Damn.
main. Okay, so Bo versus Hamza. Now we would have known how horrible that would have gone.
Horribly.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Now, one thing that does need to be brought up, Nickal exposed how heavy he walked into fight week.
Yeah, bad.
222 pounds to make 185. Now, it's not...
And you don't think that
No,
Figgy walks around at 160.
No, because Pereira does the same, if not bigger. Pereira comes from 230 down to 185 and back up. So it's not like it'll deplete him, but I honestly think he was just, like I said, I wanted this fight later. I signed me up for the rematch once Bo's got his wings under him. I'm fine with that. And I think it's a learning curve to lose.
Hey, Derrida is aura.
That man is great. And he called out Strickland.
That's a good call out.
Not over Izzy.
What? Nah, Izzy's a cop out.
Back to the rankings.
Izzy's a cop out. If he called out Izzy, I'd be like, oh.
No.
an
Izzy versus
fight.
Strickland is the one I want. I want Izzy versus Strickland.
Yeah.
So
same.
because I want Izzy to get back in the win column. Scroll down, please.
Okay, let me
Pause.
look before I speak.
Dude, hang on.
Nah, wait.
Let me
scroll
cook.
a tiny bit more.
Let me cook.
Just I need to see.
Let me cook.
All right, cook for a sec.
Let me cook. Keep him away from Fluffy. Keep him away from Fluffy.
Yeah.
Imavov versus Kaio, I reckon is happening. I think that's booked.
Yeah, wait, didn't he say it to
He said that Imavov said no, and then he said he's in camp. Strickland versus Izzy. Hamza versus the title. The next highest is Whitaker.
Derrida versus is a great fight.
Fluffy versus Whitaker. Give Derrida the Lidsey.
Yeah.
The Lidsey versus the Riddler. And then give Fluffy Whitaker.
But do you think...
Sorry, Whitaker. That's a motherfucker of a fight.
Do you think Derrida deserves Lidsey? I feel like he should go higher. Give him Cannoneer.
Beating Bo Nickal isn't that big of a win at the moment. He beat someone unranked.
Yes, but look at the trajectory. He was the underdog.
Oh, don't get me started.
Look at the
No, I think the Lidsey is perfect. I really do. Because it's 8. It's 13 versus 8.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm
That's
like
5 steps up.
I'm
like scroll down.
No, but he's gonna go to the top 10 now.
Look, he's like, yeah.
He'll go 10, I reckon.
What, for beating unranked?
But like,
I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we'll see. I'm excited to see what the rankings actually. Oh shit! I'm excited to see what the rankings actually become.
yeah, very interesting. I
yeah.
wonder how much he'll move up
I don't think much. I reckon he'll go up to 10 max. He's not going to go above Fluffy. Vittori deserves to not be ranked. Allen,
I reckon 10's perfect.
I think 10's perfect.
10 is
Yeah.
perfect.
I don't know if they'll give it for versing unranked.
And then he deserves to fight up for taking on a...
Yep, Delidzey 8, and then from Delidzey he'll verse one of the losers of the top 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
just
a
got to
question.
walk through.
Yo.
Yeah.
How do the rankings work?
Number 1's the best, number 15's the worst.
Oh, okay.
Um,
But how do they decide?
It's decided by social.
There's like
there's like a committee, and they're fucking horrendous.
yeah.
They're so stupid.
They're coming out with AI rankings, so there's
Yeah,
gonna
they're
be
using
2
Meta.
rankings now. Yeah.
They're gonna use Meta, but the fact that Leon is 3 is proof that it's not working.
Yeah. But what did you think of the fight as a whole? Like the jiu-jitsu?
Okay, I was very surprised that he was able to sweep and put Bo on his back. And I think that's where Bo was just depleted. Something went wrong in his prep and he was depleted. Because no one in the wrestling community has been able to put him on his back.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden there's a jiu-jitsu guy? It doesn't make the best... Like, I understand, like, technically they learn pinning a bit better and that kind of stuff, but it still just doesn't... In my brain, he versus some of the best wrestlers in the country, in the world, and how does this random Dutch guy do it?
Yeah, literally.
And that's not a knock on Derrida. It's just talking about the high level of American wrestling that Bo has.
Yeah, well, Derrida was saying, like, he's not ready for this level of BJJ. And to be fair, like, he was in, like, side control, and he was using one of his feet against the cage to, like Bo's trying to sweep him, but his foot is literally on the wall.
But then Bo had great defense. Bo was doing great off his back. Didn't allow much.
Yeah.
And look, Bo made a wrestle up mistake.
Yeah.
Ended up in a scramble and ended up underneath. He just, it looks like he's lost his explosiveness. I don't know why.
And you know what's weird? When they were, when like just before the fight starts and you see them like shadow boxing the camera, I was like, man, Derrida looks old and stiff.
Yep.
Bo looks young
and Bo was
fluid.
landing.
Yeah,
Bo was landing in the striking.
You could see him that desperation, like last punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost.
But God, those knees were nice. Those, and he landed a lot.
Well,
of
Dutch
them.
kickboxing is a real thing, isn't
Yep.
it?
Yep.
Very prestigious.
No, very cool, man.
Okay, this is where I think I need to pull up my notes.
D-Rod versus
Okay, yeah.
the Pons. I thought he should have got the finish in round 1. I don't know how
he was
like
close.
Ponzinibbio is like tough, man. He's really, really, especially for a vet. Most vets usually lose their chin and are a bit more like lose their durability.
I was kind of like side watching this one. So
yeah,
2 38-year-olds, they've had
D-Rod didn't look that old though.
I don't know.
And is he ranked? 180? Is that 185? No, 170. Is he ranked?
He might be.
Can you please check?
But
back to the rankings.
I started folding my washing when this fight went on. I was
Bro,
like,
you were so pumped for having the spare time to watch.
Yeah.
And you spent it sleeping. Nah, just scroll down to 170.
He doesn't have a
I know. Scroll down.
I don't want to see him get a ranking either.
Scroll down. 170. Welterweight. Yep. Pause. MVP's 15.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, look, he's not ranked. It's just a little wild Wonder Boy's still 11. But yeah, I hope he gets one of those.
No, it was kind of good to just see Unks go out there and have some fun again,
Luke's booked, Prates, Page. Michael Morales is probably the best fight, but
honestly, that's what I thought of.
Yeah.
It was good to see Unks get back out there, have a bit of a spar. One thing led to another. The ego, ramps up a bit and someone gets knocked out.
Look, it was good.
They both got paid.
Finishing Ponzinibbio by KO is no punk or TKO. So very impressive.
Maybe back in the day.
Was there any other fights that you really
Okay, so Montel Jackson versus Daniel Marcos.
Yep.
Marcos was 17-0. He lost his O.
O is gone.
Yep. And it was interesting because Marcos, even though he was 17-0, he was the underdog. Apparently Jackson doesn't watch any tape. He landed a very nice foot sweep in the first round early. Boring as hell fight, straight up. So
Sick.
boring.
Stevens. The most losses in the UFC officially.
Yep.
I saw him get spinning heel kick to the face.
That was kind of a good fight though. Like
he's fun.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not fun. I'm surprised he held on for so long.
He used to be fun.
He used to be
Lil
definitely fun. I thought he was going to get finished in the first, so he showed a lot of heart. Yep. But the fight above that, I don't know how to say that. Luke, how do you say that guy's first name?
Both of them.
The one on the left.
Smotherin.
What? Serhi?
I reckon that's how you say it. How would you say his last name?
Serhi Side?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the guy who was versing Cameron Smothers.
Funny name, Cameron Smotherman.
It's like a good like top heavy pressure.
I was gonna say like
style.
mother's milk finisher.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
commentators were glazing him
Oh really?
like ridiculous. And then City, however you say his name, he mixed it up very nicely. He went for a sub. I don't know if it was an Anaconda or a Das, because they look the same. But he went for it in the final because he won rounds 1 and 2, and then they knew that Cameron had to like get the finish.
Yeah.
But then City's like,
Bit safe.
yeah, he's like cruising, and he's like, I'm gonna go for a sub, and it just ruined Cameron.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I thought. And I
Love
didn't watch the prelims.
Love it.
I'll be honest.
Now there was another fight today that we have to talk about.
Yes.
Our boy Amish.
Oh yeah. Aura.
Oh yeah.
Amish Aura Chopra.
Amish Aura Chopra. Now we
Yes, sir.
were very lucky to get an interview with him. Not to promote our own stuff, but check in because
promote
it's-
our own
yeah,
stuff.
oh,
It's
yeah,
it's our shit, man.
yeah.
Promote that shit.
No, because it was look, he's awesome. He's fantastic. So super happy he's officially in just 3 fights, the 70 kilo VAMA champion, which is fucking wild. And he won by KO
Yeah.
or TKO.
He looked good.
Yeah, not just physically.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. No, it was
that's
good.
cool.
And Misha Tate lost,
Dang it.
which sucks.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate's sister.
Yeah, that's upsetting. I thought you were going to say the fight we had to talk about was what last week we haven't spoken about yet.
Well, that's what's next, baby. Which
Because-
is a big fight.
I've got a different opinion on Ian Machado Gary now.
Yep. Can you go to the next fight night, please?
So
Thoughts on the main event? Gary beats Prates.
Yes, Gary looks like a champ.
Yep.
Straight up looks like a champ.
Yep.
Prates needs to stop smoking cigarettes. Even though he's
How cold was that
that celebration,
hand raise and then put the ciggy out?
I'm gonna be
What a
honest.
man.
Everybody was hating on Gary, saying he's a cuck. All right, first of
Yeah.
all, he's a badass because he takes the toughest, scariest fights
On short notice.
on short notice. But also, all right, we call him a cuck because he puts Machado in his last name.
And that's his his wife's ex.
I don't think it is it?
It is.
Is it not just his wife's last name?
I also believe it's his ex's, and her ex is also his nutritionist.
I'm pretty sure it's just his wife's last name.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's just his wife's last name. So let me ask you this, or I'll say it for myself. If I had a son and he married Mika Galval's daughter, I'd be like, oath, make it,
Galval.
Brighton Galval DeLuca. Oath, do it, bro. That is so legendary. Like carrying the Machado name,
I think it's more or less why he's called that is because of all the fucking Colby.
no, oh yeah,
Colby
true.
caused a lot of online issues for him.
This is another reason people call him a cuck, because his wife, her ex-husband lives with them.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you,
because it's Gary's freaking nutritionist.
yeah, but I'll tell you what, that makes Gary more of a man
Agreed.
than everybody.
Yeah,
You're telling me you can live in the same house as your wife's ex-husband, and he knows, step 1 foot near, I'll kill you.
Yep.
Like other
Other thing though,
what is it?
it's still weird.
No, don't get me wrong.
It's still weird.
So weird.
No, and I'll tell you why I understand though as well, because I'm pretty sure Gary's wife and the ex-husband have a kid together, so they get to be one happy family and they still get to see the parent. Ian Gary is a real man. The true definition, that's what it means to be a man. To be comfortable in those sort of situations,
Yeah.
to lead by example,
Yeah.
that's
To
a
be
man.
a cuck.
Yeah. It's still weird.
That's a man right there, bro. Straight up. Me
Still
personally,
weird.
like, don't get me wrong, it is weird, but like, what he's doing, it's like with that situation. And look, his wife's ex-husband, yeah, like he's there and everything, but it's also benefiting him. Free nutrition,
Is he bringing bitches back to the crib?
maybe.
Is he?
I mean, and
Is he just slaughtering new women in front of his ex-wife on the daily? Like,
I'm sure Gary's all for it.
yeah, I bet he is. But no,
Yeah.
Look, honestly, fight-wise, that was one of the most complete mixed martial arts fights I've seen in a while.
It was really
He outdid him in the striking.
Mhm.
He kept him guessing with shooting 1 to 2 takedowns around. The only thing is, it showed his gas tank in the last minute.
Yeah, he almost got finished.
I think that's the difference between a 3-month camp and a 1-month camp.
Yeah, true.
Well, not even a month, 25 days.
Mm.
Yeah. Like, I just think that's the difference. You just can't get your cardio there and you have to be more reserved. And now he's lining up as a backup for this weekend just in case.
Stud.
Because I reckon his cardio was there, but then Prates landed one big left in the 4th and then he kept like wiping his nose. I reckon he broke his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, guys. I reckon he broke his nose.
Is it time? To the rankings.
Look.
Who are we ranking Prates with and who are we ranking Gary? Oh, Gary title
I
shot.
will tell you now who I want Gary to fight. He's
already
been
gone
thinking about this.
Am I in the right spot?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this wholeheartedly.
What are you thinking?
Ian Gary in the O2 Arena, main event, Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
And there's one reason for this.
Don't give Leon another main event spot. He
Look,
just crumbles, bro.
I just want to see Gary talk the talk and walk the walk. And
I think
think
Edwards
about
has stage
how
fright.
think about how crazy they will go. Because where's Gary from? He's Irish, right?
Irish, yeah.
So an Irish man versus Englishman in the O2 UFC main event. Sign me up.
I don't know.
It's not even for Leon because honestly, Buckley is booked, Usman's booked, JDM's booked, Shavkat and Brady are both. Don't waste your time. Wait for the title. So it's like there's actually nothing left besides Leon. And then when Leon gets beat fucking 80 strikes to 0 in another round and it's a 10-9, put him in the 15.
Buckley's someone else we need to talk about though. So annoying, bro.
Oh, dude, he Captain
lost
Cringe.
He lost so much aura.
He's Captain Cringe.
He was trying to like jump on the hating Gary train.
I know.
But everyone's just like, nah, bro. Like he's with his wife and his kids.
Just
like,
let
leave
it
him alone,
be,
bro.
yeah. Look, I find him very. He has knockout of all, like greatest knockout of all time, and he's incredible.
What's he gonna do to Usman? He's gonna kill him.
He's gonna kill him. I just don't see him beating Brady. I don't see him beating Shavkat.
Oh, Buckley.
And I don't know if he beats
chance.
JDM.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Leon Edwards versus Gary. I love the idea of it, and I would love to see Gary main event UK. But
It's just not Leon. The Leon isn't Leon of the past. That's the only
Yeah.
frustrating thing. But look, that's all there is kind of right now for him, unless he wants to wait, which I know he doesn't, and I don't want him to wait.
Me neither.
I don't want him to be on the shelf.
How exciting is this division that you could literally give rank number 6 a title
It's
shot?
just fresh. It's fresh. Brady, Shavkat, JDM, Gary, Buckley. It's fresh faces. Because you look around that, Leon, been there for a minute. Kamaru, been there for a minute. Gilbert, been there for a minute. Colby, been there for a minute. Neil, Thompson, like Luke, they've been there for a hot minute. Prates, tough matchup. Give Prates someone like... actually, please. Carlos Prates, I have your next fight. Please murder Colby Covington. Please put that left hand on his chin and shut it up.
Yeah.
Enough's enough. But because he doesn't deserve to go down for it because he took a short notice fight and he was... Or do you just redo him and Neil? Nah, go up one more. Please murder Covington for me.
You know what I wouldn't mind seeing? Prates, but let me just
Prates
say.
MVP? That's fun.
That is very fun. But Prates Thompson.
Thompson's too old.
I just don't want to see him get knocked out.
Wonder Boy versus MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Does that already happen?
Yeah, I think it has actually.
Can you look up Stephen Thompson, please? Yeah. Who has he fought?
MVP versus Prates is definitely the fight to make.
Fun. But he's going backwards.
Yeah, that's.
Can you
the
look up
other
his
problem.
last fights, please, on Tapology? Fuck, he's 42. He's 43 next month.
Well, Prates didn't move on the rankings.
Deservingly.
Yeah.
He fought up. He failed. It is what it is.
He smokes cigarettes.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, bro? He smokes 15.
Can't be good. Now, I'll have some insider news for you, and I won't tell you my source. I know someone who... Scroll down. Want to know... Has he fought him?
He hasn't.
Not sugar.
Oh, they. Oh no, they weren't.
No,
I was gonna say they were matched, but they weren't.
No, sweet. Sign me up.
Yep.
No. So I know someone who works at the UFC PI in China, and it's gonna sound like, unless I gave a name, but I know one of the friends of my coaches got a job as the nutritionist. And if you saw him take his gi off, he knows his nutrition. First team all body. And he reckons half the PI are chain smokers in China.
No way.
Yeah, like there are some, like it was Zhang, the guy that comes up for it. Is it Zhang Li?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The leech.
Yeah. So apparently he punches darts between rounds.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
And then they bring in the doctor.
yeah.
I forget
But like
her
he's got
name,
great
but-
cardio. I look.
No, you know who I'm talking about? The girl, the doctor. They bring her in.
God, no. God, she's gonna murder someone else. Just hit that pressure point.
Oh, we saw her. We saw her.
Yeah, she's training with Wei Li.
That's sick.
Very
I
cool.
want to see her return, man.
So do I. But no, so that's fun. Who else? Oh, dude, Anthony Smith. Now, the UFC gave him what I would say is one of the best, most time put into like goodbyes
Mhm.
to set him up to get murdered.
And you know what's insane? Stipe didn't get that.
Nope.
Ferguson didn't get that.
Nope.
So nobody
Nobody.
has gotten that before.
Nobody. Khabib?
He did not get that.
Nope.
Nobody has.
Nobody got
gotten-
that. But Lionheart Smith, nah. I think, look, he has been a man of the company and he has had a sick career. And God forbid, like, enjoy retirement, man.
Mm.
Like, enjoy retirement.
Enjoy
Just,
being an analyst. Yeah.
just, my God, you poor son of a bitch getting this fucking Chinese round one fucking axe murderer.
To be fair, that's probably the best way it could have got. Like, at least he was
Conscious.
conscious after.
Thank the Lord he was conscious.
Exactly.
Didn't it look like he was getting strike to the back of the head?
Oh, all
Okay.
of them.
I'm going to put this out there. If your defense is to put your hands around your ears and sit in turtle in an MMA fight, so be it.
Rules are rules, though.
Yeah, to get struck in the back of the head.
If you're trying to strike the side of the head and it hits the guard and glances, is it illegal if you're aiming for the right spot, or do you just stop punching the guy?
But
Yeah.
was it though?
He was
It wasn't
striking
like he
him
was
on the
going-
spine
Hey?
first. He was striking
Oh, and
on
the kidney shot, which you got told off for.
Like
Yeah.
he kept fucking belting him.
Yeah.
And then it looked like he was clearly going for the back of the head.
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree. Because what was happening is he's got backside with the overhook, and then he's trying to hammer fist the far side so that Smith protects that side, which is how you're taught. You're taught to hit this way, and then you're taught to come back fist the other side so the guard comes across, and then you hit the other side. I don't think you should ever strike someone in the back of the head. It is fucking dangerous. But if you're not going like 12-6 on it, and you're trying to cut angles, and you're trying to find the honey hole, you can't help like human error. And you're talking about two people in a fucking fight. Like, it's not like they're sitting there playing chess with time to analyze the stuff. And you're talking about a guy who's trying to get the biggest win of his career, the biggest paycheck of his career, get into the rankings. Like, and you're also talking about fighters. Like, all of these things line up. Yeah. I didn't see it as him actively trying to strike the back of the head, and I can't actually name a fighter who's I could ever sit there and say he's actively trying to hit someone illegally.
Chandler.
John Jones.
The only one who I can honestly say is Conor McGregor. What he was doing to Khabib, illegal. He was going 12-6 in the guard.
Was he going 12-6?
12-6,
The Joe Rogan.
holding his glove, inside of his glove, illegal, 12-6. There should have been like 4 DQs in that fight.
Really?
Yeah. So I personally, my take, I don't condone it. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's something that you should be like, oh, as long as you make it look like, just hit the back. Fuck no. But I did see him actively trying to hit around the guard, him trying to hit the body, him just trying to make Anthony Smith open up. Because the guy is hissing blood. Like, the pool of blood in the octagon afterwards was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost like all the blood in his head in 30 seconds.
Do you think Anthony Smith went into this fight thinking he could win?
I think he thought he could strategically grapple because he tried to grapple. and get him down. And it went horribly.
He loves playing like those butterfly hooks.
Yep.
He loves it. And
He
they
tried. Look, he tried.
what's that Kimura grip? Like he loves playing that
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
game.
But he tried. It didn't work. And thank God, I believe he only took more exterior damage and not any internal damage.
How much years did it wipe off this fight?
Not
'Cause
much.
We thought it was going to end his life.
I say honestly, not much. He's got a nice, beautiful scar at the end, and he might have lost 6 months.
6 months?
Yep.
Okay.
Because honestly, it was just a nasty cut, and then he couldn't see, and then he took a few too many shots.
Yeah.
But again, if you're in MMA and your defense is I'm gonna game the rules and show them the back of my head with my hands around my ears and just lay in turtle. Come on, man. Just turn around, get your close guard, get some distance.
Can you imagine that's what Dana told him to do? He's like,
just go into turtle
go
and get the DQ win?
yeah, no, go into turtle and he's gonna like finish you, but like then we'll call it off and you'll go unscathed. Imagine Anthony Smith, he's getting like he's getting beat up, and he like says to the ref like, I thought he was gonna stop it. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, nah. Look, again, congrats on the career. And I'm glad he chose when he's leaving.
Yeah, see you at the desk, bro.
Yeah. David Onama, big win. Chikadze just doesn't look like who he used to be. I don't have much to say. I don't see anything from Onama at the minute that makes me go, ooh, incredible, ready to go. Like his wrestling wasn't great. It's just Giga's was worse. And his striking was good, but he doesn't look like a specialist anywhere. He looks like someone who can kind of win one of the two battles. But as soon as he's in a specialist world, good luck.
I reckon him versus Nate Landwehr rematch
Alright.
will like maybe in like a year or two from now that would be like
Fun.
crazy.
Yeah. No, again, did fine. I just don't see him being a superstar. With not being a dick, just I don't see him being a superstar.
I'll keep an eye on him.
And then,
Definitely
me
keep an
too.
eye.
Me too.
Yeah.
I need to see some improvements personally.
No, for sure. And what do you think of a Bus?
I
Pereira.
think Michelle Pereira looked like shit.
Yeah, man, it's actually
He
upsetting.
looked horrendous.
He's been on like a crazy win streak. Like he was supposed to be
yeah.
like next champ.
I don't know. I think he just had a really off night. It looked
man.
horrible.
How do you expect a man to go against a bus? What about 100 men versus a bus?
How many kilometers?
Is the bus moving?
I don't know.
If the bus
Yeah.
isn't moving, the 100 men pull it apart.
Remember that clip of what's his name? I can't let you get close. What's his name again?
Chael
Chael
Sonnen.
Sonnen.
Chael Sonnen, and he's talking about
Big Nog patting a bus,
He's
thinking
like-
it was a
yeah,
horse.
Yeah.
What?
Joe
I
Rogan.
swear he saw a bus and he went up to him and he's like, "Whoa, boy!"
Yeah, it's literally him and Joe Rogan talking about how Big Nog or Little Nog, can't remember which one, actually thought a bus was a horse. That's how much CTE they have.
It was
Oh,
so
no.
funny.
So stupid.
But
But no, that was last week's. Now,
was that the only good fights? Is that
I
it?
think so. That's about
That's what
it.
it's been, yeah.
So it's been a while too. So what we're trying to do now is make sure that we're filming at a different time, even though we are past our bedtime, to basically get you our recaps ASAP.
Yep.
Exciting. Now, we have a pay-per-view coming up next week.
Do we?
We do. UFC 315.
This is
JDM
Yep.
versus Bilal. That is definitely not it. You have hit a button somewhere. And here we go.
This is actually a cool
poster. Yeah, it's sick. God, JDM needs a nose job.
Wow.
That thing is crooked.
Whoa.
Bad.
Get the level on it.
Mate, she's
Is
out of plum.
Is it plum?
Out of plum. But no.
His face kind of looks like a plum.
Oh my fucking God. Give this guy a microphone and he just keeps going, doesn't he?
Um,
We're going to take it off him.
I was
because
going to say
these
that
are horrible.
at the end of it, you guys are going to be like, nah,
yeah, confiscate
Get rid of
bro.
this microphone.
give
'cause
it back.
now everyone has to hear your horrible fucking takes and it's just getting worse and worse.
Don't worry, guys. It gets better when we start talking about jits.
No, it just gets better when the microphone's off. Can you just unplug it quickly without me seeing?
No.
I don't know what it is, but every single event in Canada just stinks.
Oh, don't.
Like, this
say
is
that.
a
Oh
gr-
no, but no shit. Bilal Muhammad's there.
Whoa.
No, but they always like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Canada.
It just doesn't pop.
They always like fizzle out.
Yeah.
But
Who we
maybe-
got? Scroll down, please.
And okay, do you remember our very first episode? We predicted all the champs.
You predicted J. No,
I predicted
who
JDA.
did I predicted shove cut.
Yes.
So scroll up. I don't know where you're going.
Oh, do you want to start from the main event?
Please. We're already talking about it. So, JDM versus Bilal Muhammad. Now, I personally think a little too much too soon for JDM, but prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, what we
Bru-
know.
I would love to see it. I just know he got out wrestled by Burns.
That's what I was gonna say.
and it's what scares me.
Mm-hmm.
But Bilal's not young.
Yeah.
Is he still in his prime? Like his
Yeah.
record says it's his prime right now, and it's like we're there. But JDM is on a 17 fight win streak too.
Yes.
You can't tell me he hasn't versed great wrestlers, and he has 5 rounds.
And
sorry,
ever since the Gilbert fight, he's had time to work on his wrestling.
I agree. Is it at the level to defend Bilal Muhammad who has incredible cardio as well?
To be honest, start training. Oh no, because Volk. I was gonna say start training with Volk, but Volk has a wrestling background. He was like a national wrestler in Australia.
Yeah, which is
Prestigious.
So
or
is Whitaker
yeah, but these are 2 good wrestlers in the UFC. To be fair,
in the U. How many Olympians do we have?
no, but in the UFC,
Yeah, I know.
Aussies,
We're not the worst.
not
We're
the worst wrestlers.
The worst.
Who
do you
Bravo,
have?
Australia have no wrestling.
Who do you have
Some.
winning and how?
JDM body shot. He'll hit him in the body. Yeah, he'll hit him in the body, and then Muhammad will go, "Ugh," and then he'll just come over the top like an elbow.
Will he make that noise?
He'll go, "Ugh," and then JDM 3rd round KO. It'll be because JDM mixes it up so nicely.
He does. He has
Up,
some of the best. Him and Ilya, I would say, the 2 best body shot boxers in the UFC.
And you never see anybody body shot box.
Too much risk.
Exactly.
A lot of risk.
But
And they
these
can't set it up properly.
Mm.
He's got high level striking.
It's insane that JDM's not even like. I'm pretty sure he said. Actually, I could be misquoting this, but I'm pretty sure he said he's like hasn't had any boxing fights.
Mm.
That's
No.
insane, bro.
He's just crisp. Some things just people gravitate to some things, and boxing is JDM's thing.
And then Bilal said he would beat Canelo in a boxing match.
Yeah,
so
cool. Prove it against this Aussie. He won't. He will wrestle in the first minute.
Close enough.
Now, yeah. Now, I'm going to give you my 2 predictions.
Yes.
My head and my heart.
Mm-hmm.
My head, Bilal by decision. And it's a bad one. It's in like, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
It's a stink fest. And that's paying $1.
Is
in
it?
the odds? Oh, no, 100%. Every Bilal fight's boring.
Yeah, true.
Let's have a look at the predictions.
He don't forget, he dropped Leon on his head. And everyone still says it was a shit fight.
I actually liked that fight. Yeah, everyone's saying
This is not surprising at all.
So for the
no.
audio only listeners, we got 64%
What?
for Bilal
Oh,
Muhammad
you're winning.
for decision.
What?
No,
That
no.
is not right.
No,
at
93.
all.
Sorry. 64% for Muhammad to win. 93% is by decision.
Now
My mistake, guys. Sorry. I'm not good with numbers.
we know. Now, my heart, JDM first round
Whoa.
and check hook.
I like it.
Now you know why I predict this.
Why?
Because once Bilal's got his timing in, once Bilal sees JDM's feints and setups, it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be very hard. I think JDM can catch him early, or we're in for a long night.
You know that knockout that JDM has over Randy Brown?
Oh, dude, the stanky leg one?
Yeah.
Ah, God damn.
I could kind of see that happening
That's what I'm saying.
in the first round.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
That's literally the exact thing my heart says. But my head, it's hard to bet against Bilal Muhammad, who can,
Yeah.
like, if Bilal was versing a good wrestler, then I could bet against him. But the fact he can, you can kind of just, there's no world where you sit there and be like, nah, JDM's going to defend all the takedowns and still be offensive. It's like, think about Pereira versus Ankalaev. Yes, he stopped all the takedowns, but he kind of forgot
To be offensive.
to be himself as well. You know what I mean? But yeah,
All right, what do you think of the co-man?
I can never bet against Valentina Shevchenko,
You should.
but it makes sense for Manon Fiorot to win. It really does. Now, you're going to be taking quite a lot of time off this card, and if you fell asleep in Figueiredo versus that, you've got 2 female fights back to back, which you are renowned for
No.
enjoying.
because listen to this. In 2021, February 14, I messaged Alexa Grasso, "Will you be my Valentine?"
And
3 years, she never responded. 3 years later, she wins the belt. And
Okay.
it was one of the happiest moments of my life.
that the girl that rejected you.
She didn't reject me because technically it's still undelivered. So
Right.
still
So
has time to
if you
respond.
say something to someone and they turn around and walk the other way with no reply, that's not a rejection.
She's waiting. She's yeah, she's
Oh.
letting it cook. She's letting it marinate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I don't know heaps about who she's versing, but just like Valentina, you can't count Grasso out in any fight.
Yeah, no chance.
No chance.
Even if she was fighting in Ghana, I still got her back.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. So I got Grasso winning that by decision.
I got Grasso, and Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fior is great fight.
Great fight.
Not an American fight.
Not an American fight. A European fight. But
Oui.
But no, I see Valentina. She's such a specialist in both striking and grappling. It's just if Valentina's on, where do you beat her?
She is a mixed martial artist. Like it's hard to go against her.
But like where like this is my point. Like she's great grappler, incredible striker, sets some of the best traps in the UFC.
Yeah.
And so you're better at her than one? Cool. She's good enough in that area to keep you away from it.
Yeah.
And then she'll fuck you up in the other one.
Yeah.
Like it's just
hard.
It's just as long as she rocks up as Queen Valentina. And don't forget, she's a 125er and went to draw with Nunes in her prime.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like, no, I just can't bet against her.
All right. How about this Jose Aldo fight?
Couldn't give a fuck.
Well, I'm going to make you. Because that Zahabi guy.
Is Firas Zahabi's brother.
Son,
sorry.
I think. Wait, he might be brother.
Yep.
No.
No.
For us, he's pretty old now. Is he not?
I'm gonna put it out there. I don't care.
He's on a win streak. He's on like a 4-win streak.
Oh no, I love the Zahabi side.
Oh yeah, same, bro.
But Aldo, enough's enough.
Aldo's just getting paid.
Just getting paid. It's enough's enough. He's go to Aldo, please. Because he's 38.
He's the favorite.
I don't know how.
He is 38, 8 months and 1
Can you
day.
go to his last loss?
Wait. Maybe that is Zahabi's brother because why is he?
37. Yeah, he's not young.
Oh, bro,
and then who did he beat?
Bro, I thought it was his son.
Okay, and then who did he lose to? Makes sense. So my problem with this is Aldo is on in years and beating Mr. Zahabi. What
Actually,
does that?
no, but Zahabi's record is crazy, bro. Oh God. Honestly, I reckon Zahabi like
Steals it.
underdog, yeah, for sure. Because
Interesting.
his record, like it's very
Quality.
decent. Yeah, it's quality.
Yeah.
He took somebody's O this year or last year.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty easy to
do
it this year at the moment.
It's not 2021
It's
anymore.
not 2021 no more. But no, look, I say I don't give a fuck because I'm just sick of watching these legends. Like Aldo is one of the most decorated 145ers of all time. Incredible. One of the his leg kicks back in the day were fucking insane. He was known as a leg kicker. That's where he was. Apparently he had a bike accident and had plates put in his leg, and that's why he can't throw them too much anymore because it's like he's at a mad risk of that's a rumored thing because he went from one fight throwing him nonstop to one fight not at all, and apparently there was a bike accident in between.
Is it not fair to say he's the featherweight GOAT?
Oh fuck!
What?
That's a deep pull.
Volk over Aldo?
Nah, because he lost twice to Max.
Aldo. Yeah, but
Aldo's lost to Max and to Volk.
But if you look at it like
and he
this,
wasn't out of his prime either.
Aldo won the belt at 22 years old. Like I know it's the WEC, but it's the UFC equivalent. At 22 years old, and then went on a 10
fight win streak. Something
10
stupid.
years.
Yeah, sorry, 10 years. I think it was like 7 fights or something.
Yeah.
Can I put I'm going to be a dick.
Let's hear it.
Can you be a GOAT if you get knocked out in 12 seconds? I'm just being like devil's advocate. Like it's such a stain, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
such a stain.
Not gonna lie, that's what most people know him for.
That's the problem. I don't have him as the GOAT only because he lost to Max twice in not the low of his career. He was like 34 when he lost to Max. So I
But then
don't
you
have.
always talk about like fighter age.
Hey,
You always talk about fighter age.
it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not like his actual age. Like how long he's been a fighter.
Oh
for.
yeah, no. I believe that was the back end of his prime. I believe once he stopped throwing his leg kicks, he just wasn't the same guy.
Yeah.
And Connor ruined his aura, completely destroyed his aura.
It's hard, bro.
I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be anything, and I think he's fantastic at 135. I just wish he did it earlier.
He was a really big name before Connor, correct?
He was the man.
He was the man, yeah.
He was the man. He literally owned Brazil.
I can't believe he's the favorite for this fight.
It's very interesting, isn't it? I guess, yeah, they're both at the same age roughly, but yeah, look. I just don't want. I'm gonna put it to you this way. Like, stay here. Scroll up, please. So this is the problem, right? We've gone from him being the man to him starting to have a few L's. Losing to Peter Yan, don't care. You're losing to Marab, no shit. But then you look at a draw with Jeremy Stevens, who is
boxing,
that
right?
was boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he knocked Stevens out. But you got a draw with Stevens in boxing. You can beat another guy in boxing. Then you come back, you get a decision with someone against someone who basically no one knows. You lose to the most boring 135, which is meant to be one of the most exciting divisions. And then if you lose to Zahabi,
That's a name.
it's a name because of his coach.
Coach, dad, brother, uncle. I don't know.
Yeah,
it is,
whatever
but
the relation. But he's not a UFC
Not his
alumni top of the top. So then you start getting these extra stains on your record.
Yeah.
If he retired, losing to Batista, I'm done. I'm content. That's a great career. If he ends on 2 L's, 3 L's, like,
What if he wins this and retires?
happy. I couldn't be happier for him.
Leg kicks off into the sunset.
Look, please. But I just don't want these pros to keep getting the Tony Ferguson, BJ Penn outcome.
Yeah, bad.
It's just so sad to see.
You know what, actually? Do you know Sam Alvey?
Yep. 0-8 with 1 draw. And then he's now 4-0 in karate combat.
Bro,
Showing-
I'm pretty sure the champ, too.
Showing the difference in levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is insane, bro.
It's wild.
When I was getting into the UFC, he was the Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then now,
I just don't want Aldo's career to be stained.
yeah.
Aldo is the man. I fuck, dude, watching Aldo's championship fights, he's the fucking man. He's so fun. He's so sick. His leg kicks are devastating.
Yeah.
Dude, devastating.
Is there like a famous fight between him and somebody called Barao?
Henan Barao?
Henan Barao.
Scroll down.
'Cause,
Nah, the one I know him
is that
for
like a
is
leg
Chad
kick-
Mendez.
leg kicking masterclass against him versus Barao?
Look at all those L's,
Yeah, that's actually insane.
man. Yeah, scroll down now because this is the run. Chad Mendez is amazing. Lamas,
Zombie, bro.
Zombie, Frankie, like killers row. Who's meant to fight Anthony Pettis too.
13 seconds against Connor.
Yep.
It's wild.
Scroll down. Chad again. Dude, that combo on Chad was wild. Kenny Florian, Uriah Faber, Cub Swanson. Like, man, he killed the murderers row.
Got an unk resume, bro.
Killed the murderers row. So look, I just really hope he either wins and retires on top, or just please pull the pin if you can't beat this guy. Please.
Yeah.
Enough.
Is there any other good fights on this card there?
Have a look.
See if Canada is like letting us down or not.
Scroll down. I think it gets a lot weaker. Scroll down.
It just glitched out.
It's okay, man.
Yeah.
No.
I've heard of
Bruno
that.
Silva's fun.
Is he?
Yep. Jessica Andrade getting fucking thrown down the bottom. Oh.
Navajo Sterling. That's
yeah.
good.
He's from City Kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the champ in
Oh,
Hex.
Eon Kudaliba.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a low spot, unless this is out of order.
We're forgetting wait, scroll up just a little bit, sorry, Luke.
Up.
Mike Mallott.
Oh, yeah.
Canadian.
Yep.
And Charles Racty, bro. That's
That's a good fight.
a great fight.
No, it's a fun card. Fun undercard. And I'll definitely be tuning into Navajo. Shout out to our New Zealand
Navajo.
brothers.
Navajo.
Navajo. That's right. I
Navajo.
spoke to him last week. Now, boxing.
Yeah.
The biggest. I know you seem bored of it, dude. This is literally like getting 3 pay-per-views back to back in UFC.
Is it though?
It really is.
Is it?
It really fucking is.
Did
So-
all right.
Yeah, no, ask away.
I was gonna say, did the Japanese guy
Tomorrow, I'll be watching it
that one?
in a way.
I'm keeping my eye on. Yeah,
I'll be watching that with
or away.
apparently the only 2 fans of boxing left, as you said.
Yeah.
I'll be watching that with my fellow boxing fan. So scroll down. All right, Canelo. Literally like 4 hours ago. Scroll down. Now this is sorry, up a touch, pause, down a touch, pause. This is the thing that I hate. I need to see it, please, Luke.
See, boxing, bro.
Awesome. Now look at the scorecards.
What was it? I don't even know what I'm
So-
looking at.
115, 113 means that Canelo won 1 round more.
Yep.
116, 112 means Canelo won 2 rounds more. And 119, 109 means he won 5 more rounds.
Bro, I thought the UFC was bad.
Yeah, dude. I was listening to 115, 110. I'm like, oh, that's close. 116, 112. Yeah, 1 round difference makes sense. 119. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that
What
is
the
wild.
fuck? So, look. Now, huge news off this.
Yeah.
Huge news. They threw some of that Dubai oil money
Mhm.
in the ring that night.
Yes.
And look, we are all for I'm happy to be wrong. And I'm not trying to be one of those people that's like, because I brought this news to the pod. I like always talking about possibilities.
Mhm.
I like to always sit there and be like, if this happens, holy fuck. If this is a thing, holy shit. If, you know what I mean? Like, I love looking at the what ifs. And Canelo did a face off with Terence Crawford. Now, Terence Crawford, I believe, is 40-0.
Wow.
He's a switch boxer, which is where he fights southpaw and orthodox. And if from my understanding, if Terence Crawford wins, he does something that no other boxer has ever done, which is winning unified titles. Which is why I think Canelo had to fight Skull first.
Yeah.
Because Skull had one of the belts. Canelo unified to see how now he's got all these belts underneath.
Mm-hmm.
So in his weight class of super middleweight, he's won all of them. And now Terence Crawford fights Canelo for that. But Mac Life, which is quite a reputable source,
Yeah.
says that Dana White,
Mm-hmm.
his brand TKO, who's starting some boxing with, will now host one of the biggest fights of all time.
Yeah.
Isn't that
easily.
fucking insane?
Yeah.
If Dana White lands Canelo versus Terence Crawford on that Dubai money, which
if this is the first fight he puts on, it's like, wow.
holy
Dana
fuck.
is the man.
the man.
And he always said, I'll never get into boxing.
Correct.
He's
But you offer him this kind of shit with some Dubai cashola. I mean, look, the Dubai cash had him walking around a place holding a man's hand.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, shit, I would do that.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'll look it up later.
We talked about it on one of the pods,
Yeah,
didn't we?
yeah. Look
Yeah,
at
bro.
look at.
Wait,
look-
he was holding someone's hand?
Yeah, he was getting escorted holding hands. It's like when someone has billions, not millions, you do what they say. And Uncle Dana's being escorted around by oil money.
He's like, Habibi, we'll pay for John Jones. Dana's like,
yeah, okay. So amazing. If it ends up just not happening, this is I cannot say this enough. Thank the fucking Lord that these guys got involved, because boxing is renowned for missing every opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
All
Big
of
time,
them.
Big time.
All of them. They missed them all.
And now it's like the tables are turning.
Yes.
The UFC's slowly starting to do that.
Yeah, or I think their talent pool is just too fucking deep.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say
Which
in-
one-
in
no,
the
but which
sense-
one
in
are
the
they
sense
missing?
of like John Jones, in the sense of like
Yeah.
Marab O'Malley, like undeserved title.
Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, I'm joking. No. It makes sense. Makes sense.
Cold take. Let him know. Down below, guys. Give him help.
No, I love it. But no, so yeah. If Canelo versus Terence Crawford happens, I will be at where I like to watch the big boxing fights. I will have my phone on airplane mode and no one will know me for 36 minutes. Because that is
You think
one
it
of the
goes 36
great...
minutes?
I do.
Wow.
That is one of the greatest boxing fights you can put on, I believe, of all time. Of
Interesting.
all time. If you scroll down,
Not really. Jake Paul versus Canelo would probably do more, but
no, apparently he's fighting Javante Davis in November.
wow.
Yeah, he's fighting a dwarf compared to him because Jake's 200 pounds and Tank's 135. Scroll
Nice.
down. These are all good. Keep going. Pause. Now, Ryan Garcia, unanimous decision loss. Again, 115, 115, 118. Bro, what's the guy in the middle watching? Garcia lost in what was setting up one of the biggest paydays of all time for him. Which is really sad because him versus Devin Haney would have been afterwards. It's a rematch. He dropped Devin Haney multiple times and he got so distracted by his undercard that he forgot he was fighting this motherfucker named Rolly.
Did you see the ad that they did? Like boxing did a promotional
Was
ad.
it just Haney and Garcia going at it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It was insane. I was
Rolly got so fucking...
there were so many memes. It's like boxing ads and it's like super professional and like got them. And then it's like UFC ads and it's just Dana like, guys, this fight's badass.
Yeah. Look, it just showed that Garcia is so fucking mentally distracted.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Because he went a little
And
crazy.
he's got a
bit.
technical flaw that everyone has exposed now.
Do you think? Well,
That's all right. Sorry if there's a bit of echo around. It's just a helicopter landing on my roof.
Sorry, guys. That's just World War III starting.
Yeah. It's official. So
do you think that he was addicted to cocaine?
No. I think he likes it, but I
Yeah.
don't think he's addicted. I think he has so much shit happening outside of the ring and he's so distracted by making these fake personas and all. I think Haney just got in his head, to be honest.
You reckon?
Yeah. Oh, look, I like Ryan Garcia. He has a flaw in his technique and it has now been exposed. He's been dropped by the same punch like 8 times now.
Damn.
And you just can't fix it.
So what
It's
happened?
just too late to fix it.
What happened with this Haney fight?
So scroll down to Haney. Haney has one of the nicest records of all time and is also one of the most fucking boring fighters of all time.
Damn.
Jab, run, jab, run, to the point where even I can't watch it.
Wow.
I can watch a lot of boring fights. Haney is just fucking shit.
He coaches Luke.
It's so shit. But no.
What does that even mean?
He said I can watch a lot of boring fights. I was like, yeah, he coaches Luke.
Yeah, I'm forced to watch a lot of boring fights. As a coach.
I'm gonna be careful what I say now because before I could throw jabs at Luke and like no
You
one
weren't-
could really hear him, but now he has a 4K crystal clear mic.
Oh,
But no. And then the other notable win in boxing was Teofimo Lopez, beating Barboza Jr. all decisions. Don't know what's next for these guys. I know the big names. I'm not well versed on who they should fight. I know one of these guys needs to fight Boots Ennis, and I don't care which one. But yeah, can't wait. So boxing's fun at the minute.
They're literally all the same weight class, but the only difference is it's like super lightweight, super welterweight.
Yeah, it's look.
It's like 250 grams apart.
Yeah, I know.
And they're all fighting. They're all fighting for different titles.
I love it. I love it. All right. What else did we have booked in? What's next? Show me.
1 million sharks versus.
Oh, wait, no. I know. Fuck. Let's stay on the topic of boxing.
Yeah, what is it?
Usyk versus Dubois.
I don't know what language that was.
It is English.
Wait.
You're just illiterate in
the
boxing.
furniture's floating.
Can you bring out the photo?
The guy Tyson, the Ukrainian guy.
Yeah.
What's
so the
his
guy
first
that
name? Usyk,
Alexander. It's like Alexander,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's like Alexander. Now, there's actually a massive thing with this fight. So these two have fought, which is always fun. I love rematches, especially when you've got really technical guys. In the first fight, there is a big moment that happened where Dubois landed a body shot on Usyk that they called low. Now, for those who don't know boxing too well, they wear like as all fighters do, they wear a cup, but their cup is attached to like quite a thick belt. That's why boxers' shorts have like a really big elastic to cover that.
Yeah, true.
And they said that it landed on that, which is technically a nut shot, which is you get 5 minutes to recover, which he did. But then Dubois came, and it looks like it's on the belly button. So it's like, did it hit the belt or not? And if it didn't, then that's technically a knockout to Dubois. Usyk wins, and everything that's happened beyond that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Wait. So Usyk landed the shot.
No, Dubois
Dude,
landed on Usyk.
So he would have won.
And how boxing works is, see how that one guy has all those titles?
Mm-hmm.
That means he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're not well versed. I'm going to teach you from the foundations.
Yeah, I could have
So
guessed
So-
that one.
think about how many medals you have from Savage.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the boxing equivalent.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, that many?
I'm like, what?
What? So no, so this is an incredible rematch because it's like, can Dubois land that body shot and do the same damage? Or is Usyk going to adjust and do what Usyk does, which is be the most technical heavyweight I would get close to of all time?
How long ago did they fight?
That I don't know. It wasn't too long ago. It was before the Tyson fights, so probably a year or two.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
actually a cool poster.
It's fucking sick. And it's in a really cool location as well. So I'm very excited. This is another one I'll be turning on airplane mode. No one will know me for an hour, and I will be watching closely.
Is that the Rod Laver Arena?
You wish.
Imagine. It is a
You
little
wish.
like crazy though, because like Usyk, he's holding like how many belts? Is
5.
that like 5?
Which makes him the undisputed champion.
And then Dubois just got 1.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He's happy. You know?
Yeah, he's like, I win. But no, so I'm really excited for this, man. That's a sick fight.
But
There-
those belts, yeah.
Yeah.
How many grams difference between each belt?
What?
How many grams difference?
Why?
It'll literally be no. You know what it'll be? It'll be one is the. It'll be WBC,
Yeah.
WEC.
Yeah,
W-
exactly.
It's
exactly.
like just make it one, bro.
Yeah, it's just not how it is.
I'm
Unfortunately.
sorry. I'm being so negative when it comes to the boxing. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to put it down, but as an MMA fan, it just
Look,
it upsets me.
It's actually an improvement from when we talk about jiu-jitsu. At least you're not just
talking?
like you're talking.
Yeah.
You're not just like zoning
Ready?
out.
I'm Brighton when we start talking jiu-jitsu.
I don't go on my phone.
No, he just stares
You
off.
wish.
He just,
You
like,
wish
he
you
just
were
has this
allowed.
blank look.
Yeah, I just...
Start yawning.
We need to start putting like little bubbles above his head of just like what he's like, just always 100 men versus gorilla or something.
It's
and
like Inside Out. It's like, do you ever wonder?
Yeah.
What's going on inside that person's head?
What's that? What's inside? Where's that?
It's that like kids movie about
Oh.
like all the emotions that live in
God.
people's heads.
I don't want to know.
It's actually not a bad movie.
More good.
As if you haven't seen that meme.
Don't scroll much, man.
Come on, man.
I'm busy.
Come on.
I'm busy. Now,
Okay, 1,000 sharks
There
versus
is-
a cheetah.
there is land or water.
That's what I'm talking
What's the
about.
stadium look like?
How many belts?
Nah,
does
so
a cheetah
there's
have?
actually a guy coming back to boxing, and
Oh yeah.
this is where I get worried.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking legend,
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao,
Mm-hmm.
and I was so exhausted when this got announced that when I sent it to the group to let us know what's in the script, my spelling might have been a little off.
You should just write Pac-Man, bro.
I should have just wrote Pac-Man. Now he's coming back for a belt. I don't know his opponent, which is fine. Because versing anyone who has a championship is always going to be tough as fuck.
Mm.
I just like he's so good. Does he tarnish his record? Because a single loss in boxing takes 10 wins to get back. I don't know why that is. Like I don't know what the difference kind of is, if that makes sense. But as soon as you get one loss on your record, it's like, oh god, he sucks.
Yeah.
Which
With
is like
boxing
that's
a
why
lot,
that's why Skull was a big fight because he had an O,
Mm.
which Canelo took. And now it's like, oh, Skull's a nobody.
When was Pacquiao's last fight though?
God, look it up, Jamie.
Jamie. Did you ever play Pac-Man as a kid?
Yes,
I still love Pac-Man.
that's all I had. I'm that old. Yeah, I used to pay a nickel.
Apparently, he's a candidate for the Senate of the
He
Philippines.
is.
That's mad.
Well, I don't know what apparently is. He is.
That's what. That's
Go to his
what.
wiki.
That's what Conor McGregor's trying to do.
Yeah, I know. God.
There is no
Yeah, but
opponent.
Manny Pacquiao is actually celebrated in his country.
They love him. He's the pride and
He's
joy.
the man. Just go professional boxing record on your left, mate.
Bro,
Up, bang.
how many like credentials does he
lost.
have?
Oh, all of them.
Wait,
He
is that
hasn't fought-
screen recording, Luke?
He hasn't fought in 4 years.
Oh no, I was just gonna say because Luke was scrolling through all his achievements and
Oh,
it was
dude.
literally like
He's the
a million
He's the
words
fucking.
long.
He's the man. He's coming off a loss. He did not lose that Jeff Horn fight.
Wait, when was it? When was
2021. So he hasn't fought in 4 years. And
4
he's coming back
years.
as a 46-year-old.
it? Wow.
Yeah.
What a G.
No. Just hang him up, please.
Nah,
Beat Keith Thurman. Beat Broner.
I was thinking about this.
God.
I feel like we've got such an addiction just as people to like the past. It's like we're always trying to make the same movies.
Yeah.
Always trying to make the same fights. It's
Yep.
like we're always trying to like go back. It's like the old people who are always
Yeah.
like back in my day.
Yeah, exactly. We always want to, we always want more. We're never satisfied.
No.
And I'm like, if you scroll up to the top, like being on up. Yep. We have fucking 72 Manny Pacquiao fights to watch. Is that not enough?
Yeah.
Has he not done enough?
At what point is he trying to prove?
I don't know. I think
Maybe he
the
needs
fighters.
money.
No. I think the fighters just don't know how to say goodbye. I
They
think that's honestly what it is.
Volk.
They don't know how to enjoy retirement.
They have no idea. They get so much FOMO.
No, I reckon Volk will enjoy retirement. He'll be cool. He'll start a restaurant.
I think.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No.
Tell me you wouldn't go
10%.
to Volkanovski Bar and Grill.
Yeah, 10%. We need 10%.
Trademark.
Imagine he has to contact us now.
Bold.
Hey guys, just quickly, could you let us? And it's like, nah, 10%. But no, I'm just, I just
You know he's contacted me before.
Volk
Yep.
saying what?
Not really. He didn't contact me.
Keep my name out your fucking mouth.
I
He like liked an Instagram comment of his.
Yeah.
Bro, he fucking DM me.
No. So I commented on one of his posts and he replied to the comment.
Saying,
He said
Thumbs up.
He said he said like thanks mate or something.
oh
like
yeah,
that.
that's a
You're
that's
full-
a great
You're
conversation.
full acting like he added you on WhatsApp or something.
Yeah, it's
No.
like DNM you.
No, but it meant so much to me when
that
he
he
did
took
it.
that time.
Yeah, that he took
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I was straight up glazing too. He was wearing a Vegemite Christmas sweater. I was like, that sweater is dope.
It was probably just his social media manager too. It wasn't
100%.
even
It
him.
wasn't even him.
Nah, I reckon it was him straight up. And don't you
No.
dare crush my 16-year-old self-esteem.
I love it. But no, I just enough's enough. Look. Will I watch? Yeah, but that's not saying.
Bro,
That's not saying good things about this fight. I'm
Yeah.
just a degenerate like that.
I thought you said Keith Urban.
Nah,
You
Keith Thurman.
Keith Thurman. I'm like,
He's a good boxer.
yeah, true.
All right. And what have we got next, Mr. Luke?
30 kangaroos.
30 kangaroos versus what?
Let me match him up with a rhino.
Brother, kangaroo got no grappling. Everyone talk about striking. Kangaroo got no grappling.
30 kangaroos against a rhino is interesting.
Rhino.
You reckon?
It's just going to run forwards, do a Yui, and have another crack.
Yeah, but the Yui is going to stuff him up.
No.
The kangaroos are going to kick him into oblivion.
He's not going to stop, turn around. He's just going to do fucking...
That's what I wanted to say about the
We're
100
going
men.
back. Fuck
Wait, just quickly.
me.
100 men versus the gorilla with Bilal's mentality. You've got the men.
What's next? I'm so over it. I'm too old for this shit. I'm just too old. What's next?
So we've got here Cheezer versus McGee.
Oh.
I'm so glad he's reading the script. Michael Chiesa.
Cheezer.
Can you bring up
Cheezer.
Tabology,
Are we
please?
talking like tasty or
Stop, you're making me hungry.
Fuck me. I am irritable on a Sunday night. I tell you what, because I'm like, Jesus.
I'm not going to lie. At first,
I'm ready to cut his mic off, and I'm ready to just cut you if you bring up fucking.
just cut me off in general.
I'm just ready to cut you physically.
Oh.
You bring up that 100 men versus gorilla one more time. This one, great fight, American fight.
Nah, Chiesa's Italian. We're claiming him too.
You can't fucking
No,
claim a
wait,
guy
wait.
that says, "Hey, you going?"
He does not say that.
Scroll down.
He wore Italy shorts once.
Cool. I'm so happy for you. God, they've really got
Yeah,
Chiesa
see,
winning
the
this.
GOAT, man. What
The
can I
GOAT.
say?
18 picks. GOAT.
And they're all me and my cousins.
What's McGee's record? Who's McGee lost to?
I don't even know who McGee is, bro.
Yeah, cool. Let's find the fuck out. Who did he beat? No,
sorry, my bad.
Bow, bow.
Wow. Tim Means, not a bad win. Lost to Moreno. Lost to Matt Brown. God, he is. This is a good fight for Chiesa.
No wonder he's the favourite, bro.
Yep.
And who is Chiesa beat?
This guy's 40. Chiesa's the younger by 3 years.
That's crazy. Sub Max
Shit.
Griffin, yes.
That's not a win. That's a walkover.
Got sub.
That's a walkover.
That's a walkover. Didn't show up. Left his brains 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Vicente Luque fight,
Nuts. The fact that he got submitted in it is wild.
that is one of the best fights that like got me into MMA. Like,
Yeah, because you were like, oh, Chiesa, if it gets to the ground, and then it's like wrestled, and didn't Luque choke him out?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Great fight. Michael Chiesa will always tune in. Great jiu-jitsu. It's just never turned into the big dance for him, unfortunately.
You got
But-
close.
Get your payday. Get your payday. Now, I brought up this next one that got announced because I was very bullish on Sadiq Yusuf. Very bullish. And he was 13. Oh no, he was like 11-1. Hits like a Mack truck. Now, who he's lost to isn't like something to hang your hat up on. How old is he?
I bet he'll be a youngin.
31. Oh God, Myron Santos is 24, so he's a baby.
He's an actual youngin.
Who has Sadiq lost to? Because I know one of them was Lopez,
To be fair,
which is Lopez was his last one, and before that
one.
was Edson Barbosa. No punk. Never heard of her. Never heard of him. Oh, he beat Karate Boy.
Yeah,
That's cool. Lost to Arn Allen. No punk.
4 years ago.
So
31's actually pretty young.
very. So look, I hope he can turn it around because he's fun. He hits like a Mack truck, aggressive. I just hope he can figure it out.
Is he the next gatekeeper? Like we always talk about the next
I
champ.
know.
Who's the next gatekeeper?
What division? It's 135. No, 145.
He could
To
be
the rankings.
To the
To
rankings.
the rankings. He won't be ranked. I just want to see who's in like the.
He might be ranked.
He's not. I don't think of 2 losses. He's ranked. All right, up and stop. Scroll down a touch. Scroll down a touch. Call me crazy. Aldo's the gatekeeper.
Jose.
Call me crazy. Aldo is the gatekeeper.
That's the hobby guy is ranked.
14. Montel
Yeah.
Jackson 15.
But he probably won't be ranked after.
Montel
no, he
Jackson
won.
won.
Yeah,
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 so he'll
my
go
bad.
up a couple.
Got better.
No, Aldo is the gatekeeper. Sadly. Very sadly. How is Gene Silva still 11? Jesus Christ.
You don't think he should be?
I think it should be way higher. How is Ilya still ranked in the 3rd? Bananas.
Bro,
Fun.
I
I'm
was-
excited.
I was looking at the wrong division the whole time.
I'm excited for you.
You didn't even catch on. I was doing it too.
Oh yeah, wait, he's 145. I was looking at the wrong fucking
I was
division.
looking at 35.
Jesus
like,
Christ. I was
talking
looking at
about
35. Scroll down.
talking
Where
about
the fuck am I? Calvin Cater. Gatekeeper. Sadiq.
Ige is a gatekeeper.
Nah. Cater.
Kato is a
Kato.
bit of a...
Man, Ige proved that he's 50k Ige.
Did he?
50. Yeah. Remember he was down 2 rounds and then knocked the guy out like 3 weeks ago?
Oh, the most BS.
The most BS knockout.
stoppage ever. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it. Did we miss anything, Luke?
That is everything for the script. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
All right. Anything? You know what? There's one thing I want to touch on, actually. So today, Sammy and I went to one of our local comps,
Mhm.
the VBJJL,
Yep.
the Victorian Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu League. And I have some takeaways
Mhm.
because it's actually the first one I ever worked at.
Oh, you worked?
I worked it. So we rocked up nice and early and let Antonio know that if he just needs help, we're here. Antonio's the head ref, and this is one of the comps that he's looking after very closely. And we just said, if you need any help, we're here. And I ended up working. Sammy ended up working just to help out. And I can promise you now, this is due to nothing of what we were doing. That had to be the greatest run competition I've ever been to.
Oh, wait, what
And
makes
it
you say
had
that, though?
more rules than them all.
Wait, also, I didn't know you were working at this comp today.
I didn't either.
Were you reffing or what were you
Nope.
doing?
I was doing gi checks. And Sammy was checking people and
Oh.
weighing them in.
Nice. Was there any that you had to turn away?
Yep.
Oh, no
Yep.
way.
The hardest thing was telling kids that they had to go do something. I'm like, hey, don't cry. But I need you to go cut your nails.
And then what'd they do?
And they're like, yeah. Nah, they were fun. But it was just hard. It's just like, obviously the kids are the kids are freaking out. The parents are like, oh my God, my child's just about to fight. Crazy.
What was it that made it so well run?
Nothing went wrong. It was just smooth. And there was only 4 mats for 240 people.
Nothing went wrong
Yeah.
because Luke wasn't competing.
No, it was
That's
so
good.
it was so smooth. Decisions were great. Look, even on the gi checks and everything, there were a few guys that that didn't even realize that these were the rules, and everyone was fantastic. They had alternatives for every problem that could come up. If if your rash guard was wrong, go straight to Mana, get one that you need. If your nails were too long, go to the medic. He'll cut your nails, come straight back. You got pockets, go to the medic, come back. And it had some of the funnest local matchups there is. So the second or third degree black belt that owns Limitless versus Lincoln from Dominance 4 times. So fun. Watch the owner of Team Flight, AET, fight. It's the first time I've seen him compete. So fun. Saw Kenta compete today, Kenta Kimura.
Yeah.
He did fantastic. The refs were amazing today too. I don't think I saw a single DQ. I don't remember there being a DQ all day. And it was just like, to be honest, like I've always seen them seems like they struggle, and today was just smooth as butter. And we started at 10 and out by 4.
Oh, that's a good run.
Yep.
Really?
With only 4 mats. It was just so well done. Like, so shout out to the Victorian BJJ League, and I cannot say this enough. If you want to enter a tournament where you will be looked after, if something goes wrong, they can help, and they have things to help you. You wear the wrong rash guard and whatnot, but you want to get into the serious side of competing, sign the fuck up tonight. Like, whenever you're listening to this, sign up, because you're going to get looked after. I found out how the matchmaking worked, and every single thing that had to be changed, people were contacted, and then there were things that they could do in the weight class thing to make it work for everyone. And there were considerations on if people moved up and if people moved up in age and that kind of stuff that were hand decided by the owners.
What, like more points?
No, as in like, no, as in just like if it was okay, or we're just going to refund you.
Oh, yeah.
Like made educated decisions if this is okay, rather than just being like, throw you in. Which, yeah.
I was gonna say, if you get thrown up like an extra weight class, should you get extra points?
No.
You reckon?
No, because they don't move their weight, they move their age. And then if it's adults, they mix the masters with the thing. But it's all on contact and like by being contacted, and it's all understood, if that makes sense. So everyone is on agreement of it happening.
I've got a question.
Yep.
How did it work with the coaching? Like, were coaches allowed to?
No.
It was, so it's just like the...
Yeah, it's states, nationals.
Yeah,
same.
that's what I'm... yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no. So
Wait, where was
it? Clayton.
Oh, wow.
So ages 9 and under are allowed a coach to walk in with them, and that was the hardest part of the day. because the parent would walk in and then the coach would want to go in, and I'm like, well, you got to kick someone out. Like, oh, I'll go tell them. I'm like, no, yell now, and then get them to switch, because you'll end up with like 7 parents in there, and I'm like, so that was the hardest part, actually allowing the coaches in. But like don't get me wrong, things were hard, and like nails were long, and wrong rash guards and wrong gis and whatnot. But like, we had time to teach. There were allowances, like it was okay, and you just need to know for next time. And if you rock up next time, we have the same mistake, you're going to have to spend some money. And there were things that were just wrong, and it's like, hey, you just need to go fix this. And adequate time.
It sounds like the most amazing warm up for states.
And I
or
wouldn't call it a
nationals.
warm up, because it gives you the same outcome.
Yeah, but I mean,
National
like,
points, AFBJJ points, and just it was just smooth as butter.
it's like the same professionalism, and you don't need to travel so far. Like
Yeah.
for us Southeast
Yeah.
guys,
But like, honestly, it's not even that. It's just like, if people had questions, like even like what we wore as people working the thing, so bright, so loud, so easy, and there was excess staff. So if one of us needed a break, we had help. We had multiple people know multiple areas. So if you needed to do this, I needed to coach, I immediately had a fill in. It was
Hey,
just,
you getting commission for this? You're like convincing me to sign up, bro.
well, you're an idiot for not.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's one coming up.
There's another one.
Yeah.
And I mean it wholeheartedly. And I don't know if you know who edits the clips, but please make sure this comes out as a clip.
I don't know who has this clips.
Whoever edits the clips. But I mean it wholeheartedly. Like, that was such a nice experience. It was so nice to just go to a comp, be on what should have been the bad side, where you're the bad guy, and everyone just had adequate time. I know who to go to for an answer. Is this okay? Is this not? If not, this is how we can help you right here, right now, so everything was all good. And they had 3 warm-up mats.
Wow.
It's really cool to hear about a competition in the local scene that's setting the standard, because I don't want to talk too much shit, but some of the local competitions, like, they could be run a little bit better.
Yeah, and look, numbers always plays a factor. Like, there was
Absolutely.
200 and... What was it in the end, Sam? It was 226? It was 240, but some pulled out. So it was roughly between 220 and 240 competitors. So it was a nice amount. But then also that was condensed to 4 mats. So it's like they were still getting, 60 per mat, which is a great number. So like I said, it was just fantastically run. And not that the others aren't, but when it comes to like the big ones, it's usually like, it's just cutthroat. It's like, you're in or you're out. That's it. Do the right thing or go away. And that's just how it has to be. There's just rules set. But it was just nice to see, like, not that it's an introduction, but it's like, hey, we're willing to work with you. We want you on the mat. Like that. It just felt really welcoming.
Sometimes there's even hiccups that seem like they could be avoided at the big ones.
Yep. And like, everything can be avoided, and there's human error. And I'm sure there was human error I didn't see today, but I'm just, from my experience with this, and I'm not trying to, like, obviously this is not paid. I have not even been asked to mention it. This is just me talking wholeheartedly about my experience today. I wish I competed in it. It looked fun. It looked nice. It looked easy.
Shout out and all respect to...
Yeah.
What was that, sorry?
Yeah, dude. So many blues, purples, and browns and blacks. It was awesome. But yeah, don't mention who owns it, but shout out to the VBJJ League.
Shout out to the VBJJL.
Yep. So the next one is on the 29th of June.
Sign up.
Sign up via Smooth Comp. Get in early and save some money.
And use promo code Aussie.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll try and get it. We'll see.
we'll see.
But yeah. And what was I gonna say about it? Oh yeah, and the one thing that everyone needs to understand about this comp, yeah. I don't know about you guys. I like the idea of prestige. I like the idea of being able to be like, hey, I achieved this. And if you enter this tournament, states and nationals, and do well, you can label yourself the #1 grappler at your belt and your weight class in the country. You can literally, this gives you a national ranking. You can be #1. You can literally, like, Instagram profile it. Is that not sick? Like, you can be a white belt and call yourself the number one in jiu-jitsu or something. Number one. Like, that is, to me, that's sick. That is something cool and worth, because at these comps, you sign up, you fight, you get a medal. Cool. But there's something that follows on after this. There's like residual kind of compounding gratification for your efforts, if that makes sense.
Who is the best in 2025 in the country as a white belt at 70 kilos?
2025.
Is it not 2025?
At 70,
Yeah, it's 70 kilos.
a white belt.
Yeah.
Who's the best now?
Yeah. Well, you got to. Why are you guys thinking? It will be decided at the end of the year.
Yeah, it will.
And it'll be Brian DeLuca. I'm joking.
It's hard to say. He doesn't compete.
Ooh.
Well, he was healthy this weekend and didn't compete today, so it's hard to say. Hard to say. We'll have to see what this year brings. Because if we look at the rankings,
Sammy actually brings up
Bring
the
up
rankings.
the
yeah,
rankings,
bring up
Sammy.
the AFBJJ rankings. But no,
Luke,
so
why didn't you have it up?
shout out VBJJ League. Oh, there's rankings. So no, honestly, today was amazing to be a part of, and I cannot wait to do it again. It was sick.
Shout out the Victorian Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu League.
And shout out our boy Mason.
Hey, let's go, Maze.
Big double silver today. He had one matchup that was just a nightmare of a matchup, but I'm going to take a very small amount of credit here. That boy's turtle defense, god damn. He stopped the back take happening for like a minute and a half.
There
Yeah. Our boy Mason. Shout out Mason. All right, guys. That has been another installment of the Aussie MMA Mates podcast. Now, a lot's happening on our channel. We have interviews coming out.
Yep.
We have the pod coming out. We're now up to like 260 videos out.
Something ridiculous.
And what we talk about and how and the list, and like I read all the comments. I write the script. So nothing is set in stone. Nothing is, not interchangeable. So if there's anything you guys want us talking about, start commenting, start letting us know, because I'm actively reading everything. And if you're talking shit, fair game. But yeah, start letting us know. Start having some input. Like, all we want to know is, what do you want us, like, kind of idiots to talk about? Because that's what we're here to do, man. We're here to just talk about the fight game and what we love about it. But let us know what you want us to add in, what's coming up that you're excited about. Who do you want us to interview? I've got a long list of, and by a long list, I mean I've still got at least another 10 guys lined up, ready to go for us to interview, which I cannot wait for.
And we're still going to do us.
Yeah, and still doing us. It's all added on.
We'll even interview Jaden as a coach, Luke as a competitor, me as a competitor.
Not a very good competitor.
I'm not a very good coach, but
why you guys putting yourself down?
Why you guys putting? You're with the number one white belt, 70 kilo, that hasn't competed yet. It's completely not true. But by the end of the year,
this could actually make for like a movie clip. Like, they're doubting me.
All right.
Watch this.
Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. But no, please, like, guys, have some input. We're really excited. We're hitting like silly numbers. Like, we're up to like over 80 subscribers now, which isn't the biggest number in the world, but the fact that 80 people want to tune in and make sure they know when stuff's coming up, I couldn't be more thankful. Like, it's so cool, man. And I think we just hit like 4.5k likes on TikTok and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Probably.
So thank you all very much, but start having an input. Start letting us know.
What do you guys reckon? 1,000 koalas or a lion? Who wins?
Yeah, the thousands koalas. All right, guys, because they're Aussie.
What about drop bears?
Hey, oh god. All right, guys, thank you all. This has been another installment, and peace.